I told this story to a husband and wife once to make the wife laugh. They were an older couple and she had just purchased a new tea set and accidentally dropped one of the cups. She was super upset about it, in literal tears. So, to cheer her up, I told them about my idiot moment that happened about 10 years ago now. My family needed a new washing machine as our old one had kicked the bucket. My mom and I picked a new one out. We said that we wanted one with a deep drum because we wanted to be able to wash our blankets at home versus taking them to the laundromat. Well, we didn't anticipate what that deeper drum would mean for us. You see, we were not blessed with the gift of height or a Stretch Armstrong reach. I feel lucky that I made it to 5'4". One day I was trying to get the laundry out of the washing machine, and as a side note, why does all the small stuff always sink straight to the bottom? Anywho, I was trying to get all the small stuff out of the bottom, but I couldn't quite reach it. So, I hopped myself over the front of the machine, making me half in and half out, with my ribs resting on the locking mechanism. When I tried to come back out of said machine with my clothing haul, I couldn't. I was stuck. The way I wore my hair that day, think Princess Leia buns, but on the back of my head versus the sides of my head, managed to get stuck on the slide-out detergent tray. The more I tried to break free, the more unsuccessful I was. I was too busy simultaneously calling for help and laughing at the absurdity of it all to be able to break free. My then boyfriend came over to the laundry room to see what was going on, and then he started dying of laughter and was struggling to help get me unstuck as a result. This then led to my mom coming out to see what all the commotion was, and rinse and repeat. My ribs were killing me, 1 from the lock and 2 from laughing. We finally got me unstuck after a while, but yeah, that poor lady was no longer upset about her tea set anymore. She was too busy laughing at my stupid moment. The embarrassment was worth it though. They got a laugh and asked if they could share that story with their friends. Why not? So, I'm sitting outside of Boudin Sourdough Bakery in San Francisco near the Fisherman's Wharf and see a guy come out with one of their bread bowls full of soup. Now, if you've never been here, let me tell you that the seagulls are everywhere and pretty aggressive about trying to get your food. So, the guy goes and sits down and starts eating his clam chowder, and the birds are everywhere, squawking like seagulls do, and you can see it's irritating this guy. So, he makes the mistake of tearing off a piece of bread and throwing it to the gulls. He thought it was bad before, but once they knew they could get food out of him, he was surrounded. So, one of the seagulls lands near the guy and is standing with its back to him about 5 feet away. The guy gets up, walks over, and kicks the crap out of this bird. As soon as he turns around, he realizes this was a mistake. I would say there were literally 50 seagulls on this guy's food. He then screams, "Oh, I see how it is. You send your retarded friend to distract me while you sons of bitches enjoy my food." It was quite funny. I was getting dressed in our bedroom and was naked from the waist down, standing at the end of the bed. My wife must have seen something behind me poking out from under the bed and went down on 2 knees to fish it out. I really had not been paying close attention to how close she was. I bent over to pick up my underwear just as she straightened up with both of her hands full of whatever she had fished out from under the bed. As you might imagine, she was surprised to see my ass a mere few inches from her face. And as a result, she accidentally lost her balance, and instead of dropping whatever she had and steadying herself on the bed, she held onto it for dear life and slowly tipped over, falling face first into the crack of my hairy ass. I was, as you might imagine, surprised as hell that there was suddenly a face in my ass. I stood up so quickly and clenched my butt cheeks so tight that I locked her nose firmly between my cheeks, and then time stood still. I was shocked and stood like a statue in stunned silence. She started screaming a muffled wail into my ass crack, and we both wondered what to do next. She started flailing wildly to find a purchase, and suddenly she realized she could drop whatever she was holding and push herself away. She grabbed my ass and shoved so hard she nearly pushed me halfway across the room. She sprung up and ran to the restroom so fast you could almost hear the Doppler effect, and started washing her face while both crying and laughing at the same time. To this day, all I have to do to get her to cringe in fear and embarrassment is mention the ass crack incident. Back in high school, my friends and I were taking a road trip to go from Northern California to Southern California to visit a friend. After some road beers, yes, we were idiots in high school, we decided to stop by Bakersfield for some glorious Mickey Donalds. I'm taking a crap in the bathroom, and my two friends decide it would be hilarious if they unlocked my bathroom stall. So, in the midst of pinching a loaf, I see one friend being boosted over the top of the bathroom stall by my other friend because they couldn't crawl under the stall and unlock the door. They successfully unlocked the door, and I'm cursing up a storm at them as they both come into the stall with me. They then turn around in a synchronized motion to expose their ball sacks to me. At that very moment, a firefighter decides to walk into this tiny one-stall bathroom. Imagine seeing two teenagers in a McDonald's bathroom shaking their balls at an Asian kid crapping on the toilet, swearing at them. He walked in, then walked right out of the McDonald's. Hands down the funniest situation I've ever been in.